One after 11 o'clock. It is 16 degrees downtown, only 1 degree off what the weatherman says is going to be the high today, 17 degrees. And it's been a bit of a fight, I've got to be honest with you. And, well, I still disagree. I'm staying with 20 degrees. I think it's going to get there. Believe me, that cloud's going to burn off. We're going to have a blinder. It is Friday. By the way, Barbara says 21 degrees today. Nah, 20 degrees. It's going to be it. June the 11th too, by the way, and we're absolutely elated. But first of all, let me do this, because Mr. Director says so.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107fm, and I've been waiting for this for a little while now, because believe me, I am absolutely loving this next artist, being also the feature artist here at Galaxy in the breakfast show this morning. I got to congratulate Cassandra for that, really absolutely loving it. So let's kick it off here. Live at Galaxy 107fm is Cassandra Clack, coming out of British Columbia and Stolen. How you feeling? You okay?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's such a treat to listen to you live.
Believe me, it's an absolute pleasure to have you with me.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I've got to let you know that from time to time we may get a few fans wanting to ask questions, bits like that. Not only will my director be passing those on, or my on-air producer be passing those on, but we also get them. I'm following you as well.
Oh my gosh, amazing!
Okay, so
oh my goodness, it's so exciting.
so we get people on there that ask questions and stuff like that as well.
Oh, amazing! I'd love to hear if they do have any questions. I would love that.
Okay, well, right now we've got Cheryl Arnold. Cheryl! Hello, darling. Nice to have you back there. Cheryl Arnold is on board as well, and we love Cheryl. John Pater is back again. Love you, John. Of course, you know John, don't you?
Yes, John. He is such an amazing support, that guy, and doing incredible work for his daughter.
Well,
absolutely incredible.
I've got to let you know, Cassandra, his daughter is breaking all kinds of records here, simply because we have never had an artist with more than one track on the top 40. And she's broken
that's
4.
Gonna tell you something. Like she's got such a unique sound, and you can tell that she is incredibly tenacious, which is just like it's half talent and it's half work ethic, if not more, right?
Absolutely. Believe me, I am right there with you. And I've put almost 40 years into the business myself, so I've got to know what artists are like. Believe me, it's just damned hard work.
Yeah.
It really is. We'll start this up right after we go from the song, and I appreciate the boys in the fishbowl passing us over very quickly. Are you right there? You okay there? You're there? You good?
Yeah, I'm here.
Right. And we're already doing this live, aren't we? So let me do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107fm, and I'm joined live today, coming out of British Columbia. We were there earlier on this morning with Rod Black, of course. Now, we are joined by Cassandra Clack, and I'm absolutely honoured, I'm elated to have her join us. First of all, for those of you that are following us on Facebook Live right now, thank you so much for tuning in, especially Cheryl Arnold. John Pater is joining us as well. Very, very cool to have you guys on board. And also a young lady coming out of Blenheim by the name of Maria. She's asking a few questions that I will pass on to Cassandra very, very shortly. But first of all, let's introduce you to, and don't forget, if you're going to be watching this a little later on over there on YouTube, you know what to do, right? You do. Yeah. Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Bell, because notifications, we have important people, much like Cassandra Clack here, coming. Now, Cassandra, you were originally from Abbotsford, weren't you?
Yes, Abbotsford.
And now you're making your residence, gosh, I had it here for a minute. Where are you?
You're good. I'm in Maple Ridge now.
That's
which
it.
is like 20 minutes from Abbotsford.
Yeah, just down the road, isn't it?
Yeah, just a jaunt.
Yeah. Now, Maple Ridge, I've actually got a friend of mine that comes from Maple Ridge. You might know him. His name's Dwayne Watson.
I don't, but I'm sure that I probably should know Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Watson.
Dwayne Watson. I probably should know Dwayne Watson.
Well, I
Is
tell
he
you what.
super famous and I live under a rock?
Well, I tell you what, he actually had a song that went to #1 for, well, it seemed like an eternity here in the country charts of Galaxy. It really. I'll get Barbara to pass you a couple of tracks over, and believe me,
Yeah.
one is rather humorous right now because he actually wrote a song about me.
No way.
Yeah.
See, you are just an inspiration.
Believe me, you'll love the song. You will. I absolutely do. And again, he's hitting the charts with it as well, which is confusing me because I keep telling artists, you know, if you're ever going to write a song about me, throw it in the bin straight away. It's not going to make a damn dime. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, we are all our own worst critics, aren't we?
Well, yeah, believe me, I certainly am. No exception to that. That's for sure. Now, Cassandra, we kicked the show off this morning with Stolen. Now, tell us a little bit about this. How did you come to the lyrics of this?
Stolen was a song that really wrote itself at a time that I didn't even know it was within me. I had been doing quite a lot of grieving and healing of kind of traumas and losses, and I had been, as we humans do, just suppressing a lot of it, and because, you know, we humans don't really love to deal with our emotions all the time. So I had gone into the studio and we wrote this song, and after a day of recording and singing this song all day, I was on my drive home and I was like, wow, I really needed that, and that came out of nowhere, but it was just, the lyrics were so deep within me, and it just showed me that there is so much beauty hidden and buried under the pain that we all go through.
You know,
And that was a message that I thought was really worth sharing with people.
well, I gotta let you know, Cassandra, it was the very first song that I heard of yours, and as I explained, I pulled over, literally turned up the car stereo, wanted to hear it again and again, just to, to absorb it. You see, I don't listen to music like a fan would listen to music. I listen to it like an engineer and or a DJ, something like that. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
different
yes.
kind of level. I kind of try and figure out how you've done it and how it was recorded, stuff like that. So that grabbed me straight away. I absolutely loved it. I can't fault your work. I
Say
can't.
that one more time?
I can't fault your work.
You can't
Fault your work.
you cannot fault my work?
No.
What? I'm sure with all of your wonderful engineering experience and senses, you could probably find one thing in there that could be tweaked or any kind of feedback. I love feedback.
Well, let me put it this way. If I'm saying I can't fault your work, that's what I mean. I can't fault your work. Where did you get this recorded?
This was recorded downtown Vancouver by an incredible engineer, producer, Davor Vilama. And I feel like I always butcher saying his last name, but it's Gulama, yes. He's so incredibly talented. He's a Simba Publishing, and he's one of my go-to guys for sure.
Well, Cassandra, I think you've landed on your feet with these guys. I really, really do. And I just hope that you're going to continue a relationship with these guys because they're doing you really well right now.
Thank you. Absolutely. I'm so thrilled with the team of people that I've been able and so lucky to collaborate with.
Now, I have a fan question for you. As a fan, how do we get hold of you, Cassandra? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, Cassandra, do you respond?
Oh, wow. That is a great question. I would love to personally connect with everyone out there, especially during these times, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, even LinkedIn. I want to make the personal connection with everyone right now, and I've really been valuing that. So the answer to you is yes, I do respond.
I would have... I got to be honest, I don't. Literally, because now you're going to be there all day, every day. 5,000 fans are going to get a hold of you on Facebook. Believe me, you're going to find no time to do anything else now. Should have said no. Believe me, but... Well,
it's definitely a balance, but I really love the tribe of people that I've been able to connect with, and there's my friends. People are the peeps, and I'm like, I just want to get back to you. I don't leave you hanging.
You know, I love that. I really do. Now, do you have a website? More importantly, can we download your music from your website? And let's go right for the head of it. Do you have a merch store? Can people buy
and more
products?
Importantly, do you have merch? I love it. Yes, absolutely, I have merch. And you can find that all on www.kassandraclack.com. That's Cassandra with a K and Clack with a C.
There you go. You might actually sell a koozie or two now, you know what I mean?
Oh, I so hope so. I would love to sell a beer koozie.
Nice. And I'm going to talk to you about that a little later on. But more importantly, I want to talk to you about what I think is my favourite Cassandra Clack song, Are You With Me? Now tell me all about this.
Are You With Me? That was the first song I ever wrote when really approaching, getting my foot in the door of the industry. So I'm so proud, and I just feel so lucky that I don't even really know how we were able to just come up with it so quickly, but it was really just about love and light and happiness. And I think I had definitely referenced some life experiences of kind of, being open to love and finding that open space in your heart for love, maybe in a bar, maybe in a new relationship, and getting back to, a bonfire and just having a great time. And are you with me? Are we doing this? Are you with me?
I am totally with you, but Daniel from North Carolina wants to know, Cassandra, are you married?
I am not currently on the market, Daniel, but that is so incredibly flattering, and I so absolutely commend your effort. 5 gold stars.
There you go. You're right here at galaxy107fm, joined live by Cassandra Clack. Are you with me? How you feeling, Cassandra?
Good, thank you.
Nice.
How are you?
I'm I'm stoked, I really am. Got to let you know too, 1,537 requests for Are You With Me right now.
What?
Yeah, to date.
People are like, did you ask what songs do you want to hear of Cassandra's or something?
No. This is, believe me, they email us, they ring us, all forms of communication. Hey, they ask for your music. Yes.
Am I famous in New Zealand or something? What? What is going on?
You're about to be.
I'm about to be famous. I'm about to be able to share my message with so many people.
Yes.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
I want to ask you one more thing. After this show too, I want you to consider this. can we pass your information on to a friend of ours who has a magazine? He, coming out of India, has about 8 million people in his backyard, and I'm sure he knows each and every one of them by name. His name is Jay. Can we get you into this magazine?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
Brilliant.
Can you get me into? Does that even warrant a question?
It does actually, because some people they go, well, I would have liked to have been asked first. So, you know what I mean?
I'm like, hey, any publicity assistance I can get is incredible.
Okay, I'll get Barbara onto that for you. I literally will. It may not be over the next couple of days or so, but she will get in touch and she'll put you in touch with Jay. And believe me, you'll be impressed. It's a brilliant, absolutely stunning magazine. Has a huge following. It really does.
I'm so thrilled. What magazine is that? I'd love to take a look and do a little digging.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'll get Barbara to pass on this month's one to you and see what you think. But in the meantime, let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 22 away from 12 o'clock noon lunchtime. It is 16 degrees. Balancing on the weatherman's prediction, I'm kind of worried about that. He never gets it right. Never. And we don't want it to be today. Literally, it's going to be 20 degrees, even though my co-host says 21. Not going to get there. 20 degrees. Stay with me. You were right there. Friday, coming into a brand new weekend as well, and absolutely loving it, because in June the 11th, we talk to Cassandra Clack. Now, believe me, coming out of Maple Ridge, we've got a few friends over in Maple Ridge, but we do have one young lady coming out of Alberta, Canada. Her name is Tracy. She asked, Cassandra, can you give me the secret to success? Now, I kind of think it's hard work and dogged determination. How would you define it?
Wow. That is Tracy's question?
That's Tracy's question.
Tracy, my heart is soaring for you that you are wanting to know what my key to success is. The only thing that I can say to answer what the key to success would be is to really know what is success to you, because success is different to every single person on this earth plane. So we can get so lost in trying to follow other people's paths and other people's journeys, and I think someone's mowing the lawn outside. I'm sorry. So just really, just check in with yourself and be like, well, what's my best version of success? What is success to me? And that would be the key to my success thus far, sort of success.
That's a very, very grown-up way of looking at it, to be very honest with you. So I hope we managed to answer that question for you. At the same time, I really don't think that's a lawnmower. I think that's a drone from a couple of people down the road from you that are listening and finding out, looking through your window. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Tracy, I so hope that answered your question, and I'd love to talk more with you about that online or something.
Absolutely brilliant. Now, at the same time, Cassandra, it's kind of a surreal time right now with this COVID virus thing going on. I got to ask you, are you writing more, are you recording more while you're not performing a heck of a lot? You know what I mean? So,
For sure.
Are you producing new music?
Yes, Yes, I've actually sat down and I have decided that I think it's time that I work on my very first album. So I'm going to be recording, and I've just been, I think I should write like a handful of songs, write like 100 songs, 200 songs, and then pick the top best 10 and go to town with those ones.
You know, I'm excited about that because I'm kind of thinking maybe, just maybe, even if you like me, will you come back again? Will you release new music with us? Will you come back for another interview?
Oh my gosh, any day. I'm so grateful to even be on this interview with you. Thank you. Of course.
Well, I got to let you know that not only am I absolutely loving your music, all of the staff here just absolutely love it. They really, really do. So you're a huge, huge hit here at Galaxy. You are.
Thank you.
And believe me, I'm watching the numbers. They're just going crazy right now. They really are. Now, I got to let you know, 2,199 requests for Summer Boys. Now, what makes people relate to the song so much that they just keep asking for it?
I mean, I think that really goes to show how people are vibing with their summer and their relationships. I mean, I know why I wrote Summer Boys, and I mean, my boy, he's a summer boy, and I kind of just used him as a bit of an inspiration and really just wanted it to be an open enough story baseline for people to be able to kind of interpret or, you know, have generic enough sort of content within it so everyone can relate. But ultimately, it was about my summer boys, though.
I love that. I do. I really, really do. And Alexei from St. Petersburg wants to know, would you consider touring in Russia?
All day. Tour anywhere. New Zealand, Russia, and I guess I'm just going to need to be rerouting some things. I just was flying North American, but I can do some rerouting. Don't
worry. I'm supposed to actually go to Canada very, very shortly. We're supposed to be going Sasquatch hunting. So get a bit of that in, if you know what I mean. So and some radio tours while I'm there, apparently. So
incredible! Amazing. Whereabouts in Canada?
You name it. Believe me, everywhere from British Columbia, you know, all the way up through to Nova Scotia and places like that. It is a complete tour that they want us to do. And so, believe me, I'd love to be able to catch up with you. Maybe do something on stage with you. You never know. And hopefully, hopefully at the time it'll be legal as well. You never know.
That would be a nice little bonus. But
exactly.
Yeah, at the very least, swing by for a brew, and I'd love to just meet you in person.
I love that invitation. I really, really do. But having said that, again, it is a surreal time with this COVID virus. Now, we literally, we can have concerts. We can do better than 100 people, I got to be honest. But as long as they're Kiwis in New Zealand, you know, no COVID thing, we actually don't have any in the community at all here in New Zealand. Couple and MIQ, but we jump all over that straight away. You know what I mean? It's managed. Yeah. So we're pretty safe here in New Zealand. But we can have concerts. In fact, we've had concerts lately of about 30,000, 40,000 people. So, you know, it's starting to get back to what...
And you want me to headline?
Well,
what?
We kind of are starting to feel that, you know, that there's a give here, that we're looking about November, December, January next year to be able to look at some international artists coming into the country. And believe me, we've got them lining up like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And Barbara does manage a company called Aurora Entertainments that brings artists into the country, does all the logistics, everything like that. Believe me, Barbara's a one-stop shop. She takes care of it all and then sends you on.
She sounds like an incredible 360 powerhouse. That's what she sounds like.
I think everybody needs one.
I think everyone needs a Barbara.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I'm not going to share, unfortunately. I'm just not. She's going to be...
Well, what about like subletting type thing? Consulting?
Only if you're in New Zealand.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
So you got to come here to borrow my Barbara. How's that?
All right, Boro to Barbara. Okay.
Anyway,
I can do that.
speaking of which, would you consider coming to New Zealand to maybe do a few shows here?
I would be just over the moon. That would be the lifetime pivotal moment for me. Absolutely, yes. Yes, please.
Okay, well, do you know much about New Zealand?
Nah. Yes.
I didn't
Not
think,
so much.
yeah, I didn't think you would. Let me put you in the picture here. Now, let me put this right up front, right from the start. We're crazy here. Okay, we got a strange kind of sense of humour, and believe me, if you know anything about me, the word shenanigans should be written everywhere. You know what I mean?
Your middle name.
Yep, it is actually, it really is. But having said that, and Madison, nice to have you on board, Madison. Having said that, we are made up of 3 islands. Now,
Okay.
right down the very, very bottom, we got an island that actually got a name, which is fantastic, actually. It's called Stewart. Very friendly kind of sounding name, but, you know,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, and then whoever named New Zealand ran out of imagination and called the next one South. They called the next island South, you know what I mean? Then, I'm sure they had to go to the dictionary to find the next one was called North. I mean, seriously.
Well, I'm not going to comment too much on geography at all because it is not in any way my niche, if you know what I mean.
I get it, believe me. I'm the kind of guy that wants to rename a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Now,
You've got names. You're like when they do the bylaws and they're doing their vote, you're ready.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a list, believe me. Well, consider this, Cassandra. Scientists these days are looking for another kind of Earth, right? A Goldilocks kind of deal. But everything they find along the way, they have the audacity of naming without even going there and finding out whether the residents of the place want them to name it that. Right? Then they name the moons, the satellites as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they give them some really funky, cool names. And what do we get? We get moon. We get moon, for God's sake. Couldn't we come up with something? I reckon we could come up with something better. What do you reckon?
I mean, to each their own, but yeah. I mean, if you, I feel like you would have a much better idea of the name game than I would.
Well, let me put it this way, Cassandra. A lot of thought's gone into this, and I'm kind of leaning towards Celestial Body Brian.
Oh, I like that.
It would look good on a check, wouldn't it?
I like the celestial part of it. I like that. That like grabs my attention.
Well, it would be a celestial body, yeah, let's be honest with you. And what's wrong with Brian?
Nothing's wrong, Brian.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
it's great.
I mean, we had a life of Brian once.
You're just on their coattails.
There you
That's
go.
it. You're just gonna get a bit of momentum from that, if anything.
Yeah, exactly. Now, we were talking about summer boys right here at Galaxy, and we're joined live, and I don't know that she knows what to make of me anymore, is Cassandra Clack, Clack, and here is Summer Boys. Cassandra, if you need a therapist, I know a couple.
Hey, I preach therapy, man. I got all the numbers. But thank you.
Nice. Well, maybe when you're over here, you might be able to take care of me at some stage then.
Yeah.
Now,
What is it specifically that you think you need taken care of?
I will get the staff to answer that one, believe me. Have you got a spare couple of decades? They will tell you. Hey.
No, we haven't got enough fingers.
We haven't got enough fingers?
No.
Yeah. I'm not even going to go down that road with that joke. Gosh.
She got you.
I can count to 21.
She got you.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
How's the lawnmower sounding? Is it okay?
It sounded great.
Can't hear it.
It's fine. Is it coming in crystal clear?
You are, absolutely.
From the other side,
Apparently,
yeah.
John Pater says tonight is our therapy night.
Oh, what a sense of humor, that guy.
Absolutely stunning. I love it, I love it, I love it. Cassandra, I want to talk to you about
Yeah.
being a finalist in the Jim Beam Virtual National Talent Search.
I would love that so much.
Okay, so that's going to be one of the questions, but I've also got a question that I'm going to ask you. You said when you come to New Zealand, as I said, we're a little crazy, so we have a few things that we like to do traditionally, okay?
Yeah, I love the disclaimer.
Oh, okay, so believe me, I will ask you these questions as well, and
Oh, improv.
yeah,
Okay.
well, that's where I work as improv. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't do the 12 questions, and I really don't want to know what you would do on a desert island if you were stranded or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, like, who cares, right?
Yeah, well, I'm more interested in your music, what you put together as a singer-songwriter, and you know, getting your message out there. If it's a bit funny, that makes it even better.
Perfect.
And I got to apologise. You got me. Okay.
No, what? I gotcha. Well,
Yeah,
good,
did.
right?
Yeah, did. Yeah. Hey, do you remember Darth Vader?
Say that again?
Do you remember Darth Vader and his wandy sword thing?
Yes.
That's like
Yes.
this thing.
That looks so.
You,
You're just every time you're about to go on air, all you can think about is Darth Vader.
well, believe me, it's a hard hat area around here with Barbara and that wandy thing. It is.
Have to keep me in line.
So I get a question, and believe me, well, there's only one way to ask it. Is Cassandra, do you drink?
Occasionally.
Okay, and would that be Jim Beam by any chance?
Ooh. Yes. Yes.
She's spinning on his
Yes, it
head.
would. 1 second. Hang on. Because we're doing improv here. Yes. Yes, I do.
That is very, very. How many of those have you got there, by the way?
We don't. That's okay. You know. You don't need to. I'm just kidding. This is an unopened bottle, and only the one.
Well, that's a shame because I'm kind of hoping you're going to wrap it up, put it in a box, and send it over here now.
Yeah, I can totally do that.
I love that idea, believe me. And believe me, all I'd have to do is pay the duty at the customs that it gets through, no worries. I try and tell my friends over there in the Appalachians, you know, that stuff you put in those jars, well,
Yeah.
send me a couple of gallons. All I have to do is pay for the bloody tax on it, and no worries. And they're freaking out. They're going, would it get into your country? It's called, yeah, no worries. It's legal here in New Zealand. You can make your own alcohol here, no worries. Okay?
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
That's
but-
good to know.
Yeah, believe me, the government seems to work it out that they get enough taxes from everything else they rip you off on buying the products to make it that, well, go ahead and make it now. You know what I mean?
Totally know what you mean.
And that really upset some people from North Carolina, for instance.
Oh,
They
poor Daniel.
Yeah, well, you know, they got to be Scody and go out into the bush and do it, you know, at strange hours of the day.
Yeah.
We just, yeah, anytime, no worries. I can't get over this, believe me, I'm loving this. Okay? I am absolutely loving this. And if you get a chance, check it out. Have a good look at that because believe me, I'm very, very a big fan of Cassandra's. Now, it takes a lot for me to actually turn around and say, I like this music because I hear so much of it. I work with it every day, have done for too many years now. But every now and again, I find a gem. And this, I got to let you know, is a gem. It really, really is. I think Cassandra is poised to make it big in the world and is going to be the next big thing in the music industry. I really, really do. And Canada is going to benefit hands down because of the experience that Cassandra's going to gain through the years. And that's a very interesting sound going off in the background.
I'm so sorry. That is my door alarm. Wow. Not graceful.
That's okay. Believe me, it's very loud in the headphones. I got to be honest with you.
Sorry.
Now, Cassandra, at the same time, I do have a number of questions for you, but we were talking about getting you down here, down under to the Antipodes, and playing a couple of shows. Once, of course, all the borders and the restrictions open up, we would love to have you here, and I asked you if you consider coming here. But I did also say that we're a little crazy, right?
You did. You did give me that disclaimer, and I'm fully prepared for what's about to follow that up.
Talking of alcohol as well, have you ever tried the tequila white worm?
No. I don't know about tequila. I don't know if that would, do good for me.
Well, the deal is you got to drink the tequila to be able to get to the worm at the bottom. You know what I mean?
Oh, mm-mm.
Yeah. Well,
No.
Have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
No. No.
Okay. Yeah, you're familiar with a caterpillar, right?
No.
You don't know what a caterpillar is?
No, I'm a little sheltered.
It's something a butterfly comes from.
Oh, I thought you were making like an alcoholic reference of some kind. Yes, sorry. A caterpillar, of course.
Okay, well, a hoo-hoo
Yeah.
grub, well, it's nothing like it. In fact, it's like a double-decker bus to a mini. It's big, it's white, it's got a black head.
Okay.
And what you do is you put the live body in your mouth, rip off the head, don't eat the head, it's yucky, but when you crunch down on the body, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Delightful.
And it's kind of a tradition that we do here at Galaxy, if you know what I mean. If we're going to bring artists into the country, well, we're going to treat them to, and you got to worry.
Right.
You got to worry about the guy that's handing you a bowl of these wild, live, wiggly white things and expecting you to pick one up and eat it. You really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are we sure that this is like a tradition? This is not like some kind of hazing thing? Like,
It's Aotearoa. I live here, I'm pretty sure.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll figure
Okay.
it.
Well, hey, no judgment, and I'm open to trying new things. So.
Nice. Well, down the west coast of that island called South.
Your favorite island.
Yeah, well, I was actually brought up down there, I got to be honest with you.
Oh.
Just down there is a little place called Hokitika. They have a wild foods festival. You'd be familiar with festivals, kids wandering around, candy floss, hot dogs on a stick, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, not there.
Not there.
Not there. There. You might find kids wandering around with a deep fried locust or something on a stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wild food, believe me. And then they make the most of it. They really do. Have you ever heard of Queenstown? Now, I don't mean Queensland that you find in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Australia is the West Island. It's the one over there. Cousins of ours, stuff like that. The people we love. The people we love to hate sometimes. I got to be honest with you. In Queensland, that's where you find a lot of men running around in women's clothing and stuff like that.
Okay.
Apparently.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, okay. And apparently I've just been told that drag racing over there is men driving fast in dresses.
Oh, wow. That is
I like that.
That's a dad joke if I ever heard one, for
Thank-
sure.
Thank you. It actually came from a lady.
In
Did
the
you?
kindest way, of course.
Yeah, of course. Did your dad teach you that one? There you go. But believe me, in Queenstown, down the South Island, it's sort of like a little boutique town. But all the A-listers from around the world go there. Literally, pre-pandemic, Shania Twain, she owns property down there. You know what I mean? Kevin Costner was down there not so long ago. Same with Keanu Reeves. Tom Cruise. All the A-listers, they go down there to get away from the paparazzi and, just go and have a good time and be undiscovered. So you never know who you might meet down there.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Cassandra, you don't want to run into me.
Yes, I would love to.
No, you don't, because I'd throw you off a bridge.
Oh. Okay. Is that is that a tradition? Or
It is now. It is now. We have a thing down there, and believe me, I'm a very good friend to the guy who brought the sport into New Zealand, AJ Hackett. We have a thing down there called bungee jumping.
yes. Okay, yeah. Oh, I see.
And, well, you're not Australian, so we'll attach the bungee.
Okay, that's so kind of you. Thank you.
And I tell you what, after that, we'll take you for a jet boat ride that will blow your socks off. Literally, they turn these super jets inside out, upside down, all around, get so close to walls and all sorts of stuff. But I promise you won't spill your beer.
Oh, priorities. Thank you. Thank you.
You know something? One guy says to me not so long ago, he goes, "How do you work that out?" And I said, "We have lids."
Lids. That's right. You're thinking.
Yeah, we're Kiwis. We do things like that. Yeah, if we're going to go on dangerous rides, protect the beer. Give me a lid. Have you ever tried skydiving?
No.
Well, you see,
No.
this is what I'm trying to get at, is, here in New Zealand, we like to do things that scares you at least once, and if you like it, do it again. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. Yep.
I would... Well, it's true. I would like to be able to throw you out of a perfectly good aeroplane.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Don't worry, Cassandra. I have been doing it for about 37 years.
are you actually trained in skydiving?
Yes. In fact,
You
I'm
are?
military trained, would you believe? I went through the Air Force to learn how to do it first. And I've been using it as a sport ever since.
Oh.
So,
And do you rent the plane and the pilot, and then you do the skydiving or the instructing yourself, or?
well, it kind of works both ways. Sometimes the pilots and everything want to put on shows and all that sort of stuff, so they get in touch with us as well. And we do all sorts of crazy things. In fact,
Oh, cool.
the last guy I was with, the crew down in the office, they sort of said, "This is, a guy," and blah, 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 blah. And I never said a word to him, right?
Yeah.
Watched him get
Yeah.
all dressed up. They strapped all of this apparatus to him. And still didn't say a thing. He's looking at me, right? So I just walked straight on out to the plane. He sort of kind of got the idea that he should follow. He hops in there. While he's going up, I'm strapping him to my front, as you would, right?
Yeah.
I tip-
As we all would.
Tap him on the helmet and gave him the thumbs up. He sort of gives the thumbs up back again. We shuffle him to the door, lean on out, away we go. And on the way down, I said, "Have you been an instructor long?"
No.
He screamed. The guy screamed, literally.
Oh my god. Wow.
My sense of humor again. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm sure you were just like killing yourself howling. And he was probably killing himself crying.
He told me when he got down, his butt had never been so puckered. Whatever that means.
Whatever that. I think I can pretty much assume what that means, but yeah, I'd be sweating for sure at least.
Absolutely. Now, just got to ask you, have you ever heard of Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Well, about an hour and a half away from this office right here is the original set of Hobbiton. And
Oh my gosh.
we would love to be able to show you around through there. And,
I
well,
would love to.
actually the rest of the staff will have to take you because I'm not allowed in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, apparently there was an issue with a missing security card or something. Yeah, I know where it went.
See.
I know where it went. I kind of do actually. Ended
So
up.
you're still not allowed to go.
Well, you know,
Still not allowed.
I've got a secret weapon though. This is what they don't realise is, well, Peter Jackson is actually a friend of mine.
Oh my god. Okay.
And I struggle to call him Sir Peter. I've got to be honest. No. See, I went to university with the guy.
Wow.
And
Such a small world. Isn't it crazy how everything's so connected?
well, you know, we knew everybody that we went to school with was destined for greatness,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was me. I'm not
You
kidding.
are great.
I'm not kidding.
You
Believe
are
me.
great. Oh man. That is
Doorbell goes along.
very
Is it an apartment?
very hard on yourself. You are great, okay?
Well, I got to be honest. At one stage there, I was being termed as the godfather of modern radio here in New Zealand. That's true, but I don't believe it because again, the Queen's birthday honours, nada, no, nothing. Thanks a lot, guys. You know, recognition. All my friends are getting them. Honestly, John Rolls, yeah, you know. Shane and the Teddy Boys, yeah, they get it. Me, nada. Thanks.
Aw. Well, I'm sure there'll be a small win coming up for you.
Yeah, they'll type something on my gravestone. They'll just scribe something in there, you know, he was a great DJ, something like that. There's my award. Anyway, having said that, you know, I like a woman that can buy her own beer. And
Thank you.
I really got to ask you, do you buy your own beer often, or do you go to a place, and I'm sure this is the latter, it's going to be the answer here, every time you go to the pub, do you get men just offering beer left, right and centre?
I don't go to the bar, but the particular time that I did, that I wrote this song about, yes, that did happen. Yeah. But I buy my own beer. I really don't drink that much, but if I were to go out to a bar, for sure, I would buy my own beer. Yeah.
2,709 requests and climbing. Your most requested song, and I'm finding it hard getting through a breakfast show without playing a Cassandra Clack song here at Galaxy is Buy My Own Beer. How you feeling, sweetie? You okay?
Yeah, all good.
Nice.
How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just happy that you can understand my accent.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Some of the stuff, it takes me just a minute to process, but that's all.
That's okay. That's okay.
I have an accent.
I tell you what, it takes the same for John Pater and the Pater family to understand me too, because it comes from the fridge. You know, it just chills it out that much more, makes it more smoother when I get there, you know, to the ears.
No, you're crystal clear. It's all good. Maybe just some of the words, I noticed, you know, some words I haven't heard, maybe even before or just often. So yeah, that's all.
Okay.
You're
Well,
crystal clear.
if there's a word that you haven't heard, I would be more than happy to clarify it for you.
Maybe the one that maybe you didn't know, we both didn't know about the guy sweating when he jumped out of the airplane.
Oh, okay. Yep.
That's pretty much it.
All right, okay, well, and it really
And
did
this is
have...
a word I had never heard before.
Yeah.
But I assumed it was probably sweating or something.
Okay, he was doing more than that.
Yeah.
But
Oh, okay.
yeah, he was doing... I'm sorry, but I have sometimes could be classed as a very evil sense of humour.
Oh.
You know, and...
No, there's a certain amount of, like, comedic relief to something like that. Of course, you are compassionate and empathetic. You feel for them. But there's an ounce of comedic relief there.
Well, there is. I mean, honestly, I'm a stand-up comedian. I've done that as a career, you know what I mean? So I like to be able to, well, not only write new stuff, but make an experience so I don't forget it. And there was just, well, he looked a bit shaky when I first got there. So I just thought I will just stand in the background, watch him for a little while, you know, and I just walked off to the plane, and of course the lady at the reception's going, okay, you're all sorted, everything's all ready to go, you're all nice and tight and everything. Hit the door, go and get that plane, right? So I'm sitting there, and he comes and slides in front of me, and as normal, I hook myself into his harnesses and everything like that, tighten everything in. You know, and just as we get to 5,000 feet, tap him on the head, you know, we're going. Then on the way out, I said, have you been an instructor long? I got him. That's right, you're right here at galaxy107fm, and it is 12 minutes after 12 noon, 16 degrees downtown. Been there for a little while, I'm kind of worried about it now. But I really got to ask this of Cassandra. 18 finalists, Jim Beam Virtual National Talent Search, June. This is coming, isn't it?
It is, it's coming up, quick.
Okay, well tell us all about it, and how can we help?
The Jim Beam Talent Search is an incredible opportunity where they support independent Canadian artists, an opportunity to perform on the Jim Beam stage of the Canadian Music Week event in 2022. So it's a huge networking opportunity, and it's just a huge growth opportunity. And doing a contest like this kind of like ties in all of the online things that you want to kind of be getting on track with, and you're performing and you're writing. So this is a crazy opportunity, and I don't ever get into contests. So after I stopped crying when they called me, I immediately was like, how do I make the most of the opportunity? And so I guess really just voicing that the webisode comes out on June 21st. And it will be on indies.ca, and it'll be in the Vancouver, BC, episode. And then you can vote for the, your fave artist. And I certainly hope that that's me.
Well, there you go. But I tell you what, I'm going to ask you right now. Are you familiar with the Galaxy Artist page on Facebook?
Yes.
Use it. Use it, use
perfect.
it. It's free for artists. It's free. I don't care if you've got a shopping list and or a promotion that you're doing, selling, well, anything from CDs to koozies, whatever.
Cinnamon buns?
Yeah, exactly, cinnamon buns. I was going to ask you about these as well, because I know that you're a big fundraiser kind of person to get your music out there, but please use that, because you'd be surprised who actually looks at that. There's agents, there's venue owners, there is every kind of people around the world. Go and have a look at that. Before you know it, you've got a relationship that is absolutely stunning. You know what I mean?
Amazing. Of course. Amazing. Thank you for that. I will hop on there.
Nice. And if you see anybody else on there, support them as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. We're all in the same boat.
Exactly.
We got to lift each other up.
Exactly that. So believe me, and I know that we're going to be doing something with Rod Black very shortly for his sister as well. So yeah, that'll be on there as well. So please use it. please support other people on the Galaxy Artist page. And even if it just means that you're leaving a message saying, we love you, or something like that. You know what I mean? It's all about it. Sounds cooler coming from the fridge. Well, John, I suppose it would actually. Yeah, I like that. I really do. Cassandra, we are going to have to move on. But I am going to ask you something very, very quickly before we go. Now, we went down the website thing. We discovered you had merch.
I sure do have merch.
Okay, now let me. I'm loving the. I was going to ask you about the hat. There you go. I love that. Now, what I'm going to ask you is this. While we do these interviews, and believe me, people from all over the world are hooking in, having a look, and a little later on, they're going to be looking on YouTube, and you know it's going to be there till the dinosaurs come back on YouTube. But they do go and find out. That's how it starts. They go and find out who's there. While they're watching the interview, they're on the interwebby thing, looking to see who the artist is today that I'm wearing. So if you've got a spare T-shirt with that, you know, I would love and be very, very honoured to be able to do a few interviews wearing your brand. Would you consider that?
Oh my gosh. Absolutely. Yes. I just need your address and I can send it tonight.
I will get Barbara onto that. Believe me, okay, all right. A couple of staff members, including Barbara, were saying, you know, please throw something in there. More importantly, when you get your CD completely done, how would you like to send us a few copies that we could do maybe a giveaway competition, keep Cassandra Clack rolling here at Galaxy?
That would be incredible. Thank you. Thank you for your support.
Absolute pleasure, my dear. It is an absolute pleasure. I'm honestly right behind you right there, and would love, not only that, would love to be able to have you come back again, as we discussed, and do more. Now, all the while, and I've got to be honest with you, I'm an engineer, and I've been looking at that microphone. We discussed it all the way through. That is a decent microphone. How would you like to do a voiceover for me saying, hi, it's Cassandra Clack, and you can hear me on Galaxy 107 FM. We will put it on the radio and make sure people hear it.
Consider it done.
Absolutely great. MP3 form, please.
Yes, sir.
I can hear my production team going MP3. Yeah, absolutely. But Cassandra, we have to move on right now, so thank you so much for joining us here at Galaxy. We would love to have you back again. Don't go anywhere just yet, because we do a couple of things now that, well, you know, I'll apologise for now, okay?
No.
But hang in there. But in the meantime, let's put you back over to Studio B. Here is Ronnie Millsap.
Time for music. And here we go.